Are you looking for the best Bluetooth speakers? In this video we will look at some of the 10 best speakers on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Ultimate Ears Wonderboom 4. Among all the speakers I've tested, none have impressed me quite as much as the Wonderboom 4, mainly owing to the quality of sound it's able to produce in such a small package. It's about the size of a small candle and can easily fit into a backpack, carry-on, or even a tote, yet it's loud enough to hear from across my living room, all the way into my kitchen. Pairing is simple. All you have to do is hold the pairing button and it shows up in your phone or tablet's Bluetooth menu right away. It will connect immediately when powered back on. You can easily pair two Wonderbooms together for a stereo experience with a couple button pushes. At louder levels, usually around 80% or higher, sounds can start to get muddled, especially with genres like hip-hop or metal. I tested with Lil Wayne's The Carter 2 and Lamb of God's Sacrament, and the vocals can drown out instrumentals. It's not enough to detract from how good the Wonderboom sounds, though. When kept below the threshold, songs sound as clear and vibrant as on other UE speakers such as the Boom. As for podcasts and audiobooks, I was able to play those at louder volumes without audio quality suffering, and could hear them over the water running as I washed my dishes. The Wonderboom 4 is chunkier than the JBL Clip 5, so it's slightly less portable, and its elastic loop is less effective than the Clip 5's metal clasp for attaching it to things, but the speaker also produces clearer sound, likely owing to its larger size. At number 2. Sony XB100 Compact Bluetooth Speaker. If you want to get a speaker that's affordable and doesn't cut corners on audio quality, Sony's SRS XB100 sounds surprisingly good for costing well under $100. The sound isn't quite as clear at loud volumes as with the Wonderboom, but the Sony has louder bass, which some people may prefer, and it's overall clearer and louder than the JBL Go 4. While listening to Elton John's Madman Across the Water, I found the vocals easy to hear without the instrumentals being washed out. For hip-hop tracks like Run the Jewels' blockbuster Night PT1, the bass felt punchy without overpowering killer mic or LPS vocals, even with the volume turned up while I was running a robot vacuum in another room. While JBL and Logitech use a fabric covering over their speakers, Sony uses a matte plastic finish that's more durable, easy to grip, and pleasant to look at. The speaker comes in 4 colors, including vibrant shades of orange and blue. The speaker has a fabric loop that you can easily attach to a backpack, though the Clip 5's mechanism is more effective. It also has the longest battery life of any travel-size speaker I've tested, lasting about 13 hours. At number 3. JBL Clip 5. Most of these Bluetooth speakers are portable, but the Clip 5 is the most travel-friendly I've tested thanks to the built-in eponymous clip that lets you attach it to nearly anything, including a bike basket or shower head. The speaker has rubber ribs on the back that allow you to place it on smooth surfaces without having to worry about it sliding all over the place, helpful since it can't stand upright like the other speakers I've tested. The speaker is waterproof and dustproof, and it can withstand a few knocks against a hard surface. It's easy to underestimate the sound quality of a speaker as small as the Clip 5. In my testing, it managed to sound clear and vibrant even with outdoor sounds like waves and wind in the background. In the shower, podcasts were easy to hear over the water, and I never had to blast it to full volume just to catch what someone said. Over a couple weeks of testing, I was able to get about 12 hours of battery life out of the Clip 5. If you mostly use this in the shower or when you're traveling, you can easily go a month between charges. My only gripe with the Clip 5 is that, unlike the Clip 4, the buttons for turning the device on and off and pairing to other devices aren't raised buttons. That makes them harder to operate if you can't see them, like when the speaker is clipped behind a shower head. The buttons for play/pause and volume are all raised and are on the front of the speaker, so they're easy to see and access, but I wish that were true of all the buttons. At number 4. JBL Authentics 300. For those who talk to their speakers as much as they listen, JBL's Authentics 300 speaker balances functionality, good looks, and quality sound in a relatively portable design. It's bigger than every other speaker we recommend, aside from JBL's boombox, but that also gives it louder sound, and the included handle makes it easy to tote around the house, but note that it weighs nearly 11 pounds. That handle is easier to grip than the one on the Move 2, though given the Authentics' larger size, the Move 2 is easier to take with you when you leave the house. If you do want to travel with the Authentics 300, it's small enough to store behind the passenger seat. Of the speakers I've tested, this one's classy 70s style makes the Authentics 300 one of my favorites to display. The front of the speaker is covered in a patterned fabric that's reminiscent of JBL's classic L100 bookshelf speaker, and the top has 3 large knobs you can turn to control the volume, as well as the speaker's treble and bass levels. Each knob has an LED that wraps around the dial and lights up to indicate the current levels for each toggle. The controls on the 300 are more fun to play with than the clicky buttons of the Wonderboom 4 and Clip 5, but I prefer the dials on the Teenage Engineering OB4 of all the speaker controls I've tried. Sound on the Authentics 300 is loud and impressive. While blasting music at 80% volume from my living room, I could hear it from across my 3-bedroom home, and in some cases, podcasts were discernible as well. Given its size, it makes sense that the speaker is louder than the Move 2 or Pulse 5, but I've been impressed with how clear the sound remains, even at high volumes. At number 5. JBL Flip 7. Compromise isn't great for your principles, but it's essential for portable Bluetooth speakers. JBL's Flip strikes the perfect compromise between mobility and sound quality, offering clean detail with plenty of punch in a durable, droppable, and utterly portable package. The Flip 7, 9 out of 10, Wired recommends, provides new goodies like increased water resistance, an easy release strap, and a 2-hour battery boost, or 4 with reduced bass. The latest Flip also supports Auracast to sync with other new JBL models like the Clip 5 and Charge 6. Auracast may provide future connectivity benefits, but it leaves the latest speakers unable to connect with older ones, so if you already have a family of older JBLs, it may make more sense to go with the previous Flip 6. Otherwise, the Flip 7 is a killer speaker that happily tags along on virtually any adventure you can muster. At number 6. Tribit StormBox 2. Tribit's line of Bluetooth speakers sound a lot better than they should for the price. The StormBox is our favorite line. The new StormBox 2, 9 out of 10, Wired recommends, is largely the same as the original model, with dual-firing drivers and passive radiators in a 7-inch long pill shape, but now it comes with upgraded controls and about 6 watts more output, up to 30 watts from 24. No, it can't fuel a trance dance party on its own, but its clarity is impressive, and it has a fun extra bass button that adds some surprising, if slightly muddy, thump. With 24-ish hours of battery and an IPX7 waterproof rating, which means it's not dustproof but can be submerged in water, it's a great companion for backyard tunes, a trip down the river, or other informal gatherings. At number 7. Ultimate Ears Megaboom 4. If packability isn't of top concern, the 9-inch tall Megaboom 4 is one of the best Bluetooth speakers you can buy. It's got rich and full 360-degree sound with plenty of low-end punch. Its drop-tested, weatherproof body is ready for any outing, from surf to sand, and it offers over 150 feet of wireless range and up to 20 hours of battery life, more like 15 hours at volume. As with other UE speakers, the app adds features like the ability to connect multiple speakers in a group or 2 Megaboom 4s in stereo, adjust the EQ, and wake the speaker from sleep. This rugged sound pillar is key to my backyard jams and well worth adding to your semi-mobile arsenal. At number 8. Tribit StormBox Flow. Tribit has been raising its game in the portable audio category, and the StormBox Flow, 7 out of 10, Wired recommends, is another great example of the brand's portable prowess. The headline here is a rival-stomping 30 hours of max battery life, but the Flow has plenty more to give, from an elegant yet weatherproof design to clear and punchy audio with thumpy bass to match. Maybe the speaker's best feature is its low price of $80 or less, making it a fine fit for budget shoppers seeking a versatile option that keeps rocking long after the party dies. At number 9. Tribit StormBox Micro 2. We loved the first generation of the Tribit StormBox Micro for its easy-to-use silicone strap, which firmly held it against bicycle handlebars. In this update, Tribit has maintained the rugged IP67 rating against water and dust, and given us more battery life, around 12 hours, plus better bass. Also, the new Bluetooth 5.2 tech allows it to cast a wider signal than its predecessor, for when you're wandering around the yard or house. At number 10. Bose SoundLink Max. The Bose SoundLink Max, 9 out of 10, Wired recommends, has quickly become my favorite speaker to drag along to outdoor events. It's not quite as big as the boombox that John Cusack would hold over his head in the 1980s, but this robust, rubberized speaker has bold sound and gets loud enough to woo your sweethearts with a love song. I also like that you can plug in your phone while it plays music, which is nice for those of us who are forgetful on our days off. Bold bass, even when outside, makes this good for dance parties in the middle of nowhere, and the handle is easy to tie up to packs, kayaks, or tents.